Good evening, everyone. I am Pylonial Waffles. This is the Stanley parable. If you could not tell that already from the title of the video, let's begin. So, last time was a very long episode. Well, okay, it was only like 40-something minutes. No, it was 48 minutes. Okay, it's still a long episode. I recorded for over an hour on that thing. That took a very long time. The Stanley parable has stopped responding. I didn't break it. I haven't gotten in the game yet. I can't break the game this early, can I? There we go. Wait. I should probably do this. That way the entire video isn't just my webcam and no game, because that would be make for a very boring video. Click to skip because we watched that. Okay, so in the whiteboard ending, we got a console command. I figured out how to enable console. That was the thing. Unknown command. What about bark?
But Stanley simply couldn't handle the pressure. What if he had to make a decision? What if a crucial outcome fell under his responsibility? He had never been trained for that. No. This couldn't go any way except badly. The thing to do now, Stanley thought to himself, is to wait. Nothing will hurt me. Nothing will break me. In here I can be happy forever. I will be happy. Stanley waited. Hours passed, then days. Had years gone by? He no longer had the ability to tell. But the one thing he knew for sure, beyond any doubt, was that if he waited long enough, the answers would come. Eventually, someday, they would arrive. Soon, very soon now, this will end. He will be spoken to. He will be told what to do. Now it's just a little bit closer. Now it's even closer. Here it comes.
Wait, what? Setting connect. Remember. Compensating for 1.551453 seconds of loading. Okay.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided
okay,
to go
so
to the meeting. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
When we jumped off of the cargo lift last episode and onto the catwalk, there was a door on the ground that was open with light coming out of it. So we're just gonna start off with that. So if we plummet down there right now, we will die.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. But in his
come on, I was right there.
Control of the story and no one.
Okay, jump to where we're doing something. Let's see, let's keep doing.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Wait, what? Ooh, that's different. Okay, never mind. I guess we're not doing a jump cut. That was interesting. Let's go see if one of some of the doors open, just for kicks and giggles. Nope, there's a door open, two doors open in there. You closed on me.
Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference, nor did it advance the story in any way.
I mean, the narrator said something, so that must mean we're making progress, right?
Wow. Yes. This room. What a beautiful room. What a gorgeous, gorgeous room. Thank goodness Stanley had taken this detour on his way to the meeting room. Life without having experienced this room was now too horrible even to consider.
You're not wrong. This is a gorgeous room. Are you gonna say anything else?
Yes. Really, really worth it being here in the room. A room so utterly captivating that even though all your
Okay, I think
coworkers
we've heard that
were
before.
eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Okay, let's see if we can jump on the railing
Stanley was
from
so
off
bad
the
at
cargo
following
lift.
directions,
Let's
it's incredible he
do.
wasn't fired years ago.
See,
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps
it's
we've
open.
gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about.
No!
Really?
Oh, come on.
I was in the...
This is gonna take a while. At least we have the added bonus of editing this crap out.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Wait, hold on. Bark. Ah, I figured out the console command. Ha! Okay, can I disable it? Okay, I disabled the bark. Okay, that's a thing. I wonder if that startled anyone, if they just, had the game in the background idly listening to it, just all of a sudden bark. What? What is going on?
When Stanley came to a set of two...
Why does that keep changing? Is that related to something?
There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. What? Really?
Hey, we did it. Okay.
Can
we survive? Can we survive? Oh, come on.
To prove that he is
Okay.
in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death. Good job, Stanley.
Fine, okay. I guess maybe there's a different way to do that.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years
Alright,
ago.
now we are going to...
Look, Stanley,
See, it's
perhaps
open,
we've got
but I don't know how
foot
to...
here.
Can we
I'm
just
not your enemy, really.
crouch,
I
jump?
realize it, but in his eagerness...
Oh, well, this is taking a while. Been recording for 10 minutes. Do you know how much of this we're gonna edit out?
Good morning. Thank you for contacting the Future Happiness Foundation. We are confirming your shipment of 1,327 cardboard boxes to your place of work. Can you verify that this is correct?
27!
Excellent. Your order will arrive shortly. Thank you again for contacting the Future Happiness Foundation.
The Future Happiness Foundation sells cardboard boxes? What? Is this because I'm getting the input on the computers, or is it just something that's just totally randomly happening? Alright.
We've gotten off on the wrong foot here.
It's like the
I'm
6th
not
time
your
I've been in
enemy,
this
really,
part.
I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. What? Really?
Bad drinking game. Take a shot every time I die.
Do you have zero consideration for others?
Yes.
Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you?
Yes.
Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance. Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
Fine.
Oh, thank God you are willing to listen to me. Do you see that I really have wanted you to be happy all this time? The problem is all these choices. The two of us always trying to get somewhere that isn't here. Running and running and running, just the way you're doing right now. Don't you see that it's killing us, Stanley? I wanted to stop. We would both be so much happier if we just stopped. And I think I have a solution. Here, let me show you. What do we want? What are we looking for? Here. Yes. Oh, it's beautiful.
Oh, hey, it's the New Age music
If
the
we
thing was
just
playing in
stay
the other
right
video.
here, right in this moment with this place, Stanley, I think I feel happy. I actually feel happy.
Ooh, that's different. I assume there's an invisible wall all around, because there's not an invisible wall in some places, you know. Okay, yeah, there's no invisible wall. Alright, let's see what this floaty... Ooh, that's fun to look at. Alright, this music is boring me.
No, wait. Where are you going? Oh no. Stay away from those stairs. If you hurt yourself, if you die, the game will reset. We'll lose all of this.
Yes, but
Please,
I will
no,
die of old
Stanley, let me
age.
stay here. Don't take this from me.
I will die of old age, quite literally. Is he gonna keep begging, or... Wait, what? Oh, does he say anything if we go back downstairs? If we go back down and out. Alright. Yeah, okay, assuming that I can get down the stairs. I'm having enormous difficulty with stairs today. What if we just go back? Anything happen?
Good, good. We can't be too safe. Promise me you won't go back there. Just stay here. No! What do we talk about? You're risking everything we achieved here. You are going to stay here, aren't you?
Well, nothing's gonna happen if I stay here. I gotta make an interesting video for the viewers. Okay, I've gotten lost. There we are. Nothing? Nothing? Okay. Alright, let's go. We gotta make an interesting video. At least, you know, I can somewhat keep people's
You heard me
entertainment.
before, didn't you? You will die. What about this isn't getting through to you?
Anything anything different if we go back here? I just want to get all the dialogue in the game. And nope. Okay, we're back. Okay. Now we're going to jump off the stairs and kill ourselves because we've gotten all of the dialogue. Alrighty. Okay, doesn't appear that I'm having trouble going up the stairs. Alrighty.
Please, Stanley, think of... No! Oh. No. No, what are you doing, Stanley? Please, I'm asking you not to take this away from me. I can't go back to what I was before. If you die, we'll both go back. Why are you doing this? There. See? This is what you want. This is where we
I can't be happy if I'm here, though. This music is just...
If we stop
no.
moving, we just have to stop moving.
Except that stuff's like really difficult to see because it's like low. I don't know. It's like level with the It's not level with the platform that we're standing on.
There's nothing good that can come from this.
Yeah, except I kind of want to progress the story.
Do you
Just a
just
wee
not
bit.
believe me? What can I say to convince you?
I don't know. I failed miserably the previous. I don't know how many times we've done this.
Stanley,
Oh, we survived.
let's go back to the other... My God. Is this really how much you dislike my game? That you'll throw yourself from this platform over and over to be rid of it? You are literally willing to kill yourself to keep me from being happy. Am I reading the situation correctly?
But nothing is happening. Whee! Oh, what?
Maybe you're just getting a kick out of it. I don't know anymore.
How are we still
Just want us to
alive?
get along. But I guess that was too much to ask. It looks like you wanted to make a choice after all. well, this one is yours.
Stanley's got legs of steel. Is Stanley the new Man of Steel? There we go.
It's going to restart, isn't it?
4 freaking times we jumped from that height? My gosh. Where's a 5? I lost count. What else can we do in the game?
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open
Oh, we
doors,
can answer the
this
phone.
was
That's what
not
we can do.
directly to the meeting
Let's answer
room,
the phone.
and Stanley knew it. The lounge was grand, majestic, perhaps too majestic. Like a combination of a much smaller version and a much larger version of this exact room. It all made Stanley uncomfortable, and he started to bleed a little. This made him smile. At last, proof that he was human.
Just because you bleed doesn't mean
But
you're
even
human?
again, Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired.
Hey, I was a model employee. Yuck. There's gotta be a way we can get down there. There's gotta be a way we can. Alright, let's actually answer the phone.
To redeem yourself. To put your work aside, to let her back into your life. She's been waiting. That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this, to reach out to her. If you can truly place your faith in another, then pick up the phone.
Come on, give me my dialogue. Making everyone dizzy from watching this video, getting... Whee! Alright. Miss Brat. It's the brass screen.
Oh, Stanley, is that you? Hold on, sweetie. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm just pulling the bread out of the oven. All right. Okay, there we go. All right, now, I want you to come in and tell me all about your day.
Gotcha. Oh, come on. Did you actually think you had a loving wife?
Let's see the
Who wanted to give
427.
their life to you? I'm trying to make a point here, Stanley. I'm trying to get you to see something. Come inside. Let me show you what's really going on here.
Oh, hey, I can move now. Can I just move down the hall?
Sorry, but you're in my story now. This is a very sad story about the death of a man named Stanley.
Oh, it's the Stanley's job. All right.
Stanley is quite a boring fellow. He has a job that demands nothing of him, and every button that he pushes is a reminder of the inconsequential nature of his existence.
Is that 0?
Look at him there,
Yeah, it's
pushing
0.
buttons, doing exactly what he's told to do.
Oh, that's
Now
A.
he's pushing a button. Now he's eating lunch. Now he's going home. Now he's coming back to work. One might even feel sorry for him, except that he's chosen this life. But in his mind,
It's not telling me how long to
in
push
his
it for,
mind,
though, because
he
that was
can
part
go
of
on
Stanley's
fantastic
job.
adventures. From behind his desk, Stanley dreamed of wild expeditions into the unknown, fantastic discoveries of new lands. It was wonderful. And each day that he returned to work was a reminder that none of it would ever happen to him.
See to
So
watch
he began to fantasize about
to
his own
banish the
job.
TV.
First, he imagined that one day while at work, he stepped up from his desk to realize that all of his co-workers, his boss, everyone in the building had suddenly vanished off the face of the earth. The thought excited him terribly.
Verse 8 to spend time with the boys.
So he went further. He imagined that he came to 2 open doors and that he could go through either. At last, choice. It barely even mattered what lay behind each door. The mere thought that his decisions would mean something was almost too wonderful to behold.
H0.
As he wandered
it
through this
H0R?
fantasy world, he began to fill it with many possible paths and destinations.
Oh.
Down one path lay an enormous round room with monitors and mind controls. and down another was a yellow line that weaved in many directions, and down another was a game with a baby, and he called it the Stanley Parable.
But I don't have kids.
It was such a wonderful fantasy, and so in his head he relived it again, and then again, and again, over and over, wishing beyond hope that it would never end, that he might always feel this free. Surely there's an answer down some new path, mustn't there be? Perhaps if he played just one more time. But there is no answer. How could there possibly be? In reality, all he's doing is pushing the same buttons he always has. Nothing has changed. The longer he spends here, the more invested he gets, the more he forgets which life is the real one. And I'm trying to tell him this, that in this world he can never be anything but an observer, that as long as he remains here, he's slowly killing himself. But he won't listen to me. He won't stop. Here, watch this. Stanley, the next time the screen asks you to push a button, do not do it.
Well, come on then. I think it's counting down. Because there's a 0. And then, a couple letters. And then there's 8. A couple more letters. 3. So this is G. Is the next one going to be 1? Well, you're not giving me anything.
You see? Can he just not hear me? How can I tell him in a way that he'll understand that every second he remains here, he's electing to kill himself? How can I get him to see what I see?
Been there, done that.
How can I make him look at himself?
Please press J to question nothing. I question everything, alright?
I can't. Not in the way I want him to. But I don't make the rules. I simply play to my intended purpose, the same as Stanley. We're not so different, I suppose. I'll try once more to convey all this to him. I'm compelled to. I must. Perhaps, well, maybe this time he'll see. Maybe this time. And I tried again, and Stanley pushed a button. And I tried again, and Stanley pushed a button. And
I right-clicked it. I right-clicked and that immediately happened. Did I trigger it, or is it just happenstance timing? Oh, hey.
all of his co-workers were gone. What could it be?
Wait, no, it's this one.
Stanley
The whiteboard
decided to go to the meeting
ending.
room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Yeah, bark. I did the bark thing.
Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference. Nor did it advance the story. When Stanley came to a set of
Alright,
open
let's
doors,
actually...
he entered the door on his left.
Alright, now we could... let's actually do the
Yet there was not
proper,
a single
quote-unquote,
person
proper
there
ending,
either.
because we have not
Feeling
done that
a
yet.
wave of disbelief.
I just noticed there's another door that I haven't tried clicking on when I walk this path. That's slightly different, I think. I'm just going crazy. Probably. It wouldn't be the first time. I'm kidding. I didn't make that much progress overnight. Ooh. I have Nowhere Man by
Stanley
the
walked
Beatles
straight
stuck in my
ahead
head.
through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
I listened to it today.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Okay, let's not jump off of the catwalk this time. Because that's the thing that can happen for some dumb reason.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Okay, it doesn't look like I can accidentally jump off the edge and kill myself this time. Alright.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's
Pirate?
control? Never.
Somebody above one.
Wasn't
Employee
it?
one.
Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
I just want to get... This is a weird layout. It's button labeled 4 at the top. Those things 5. There's a big red button. You know how hard it is for me to resist the big red button? It's nigh impossible to resist a big red button. Okay. Okay, so you found buttons 1 and 2. Does pushing them now actually do anything? So this was 1 and 2 over there. What's this one again? 5. Ooh, wait, I see a button over here. Hey, 3. Okay. Go up here to number 4. Either I'm doing this this is for something that is way too early, or is it, this is going to be something. I don't know. One way to find out. Might as well do it now. Okay, 4. Is there more than 5? 5's the highest number I've seen. Okay. We're pushing the big red button. Okay, the big red button is lame. Doesn't do anything. It's a lame big red button. This is such an unnecessarily long catwalk, and that's a huge smacking monitor.
And when at last he found the source of the room's power, he knew it was his duty, his obligation, to put an end to this horrible place and to everything it stood for.
That one.
Oh, Stanley, you didn't just activate the controls, did you? After they kept you enslaved all these years, you go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself. Is that what you wanted? Control?
Yes.
Oh, Stanley,
I shall rule the world.
I applaud your effort, I really do. But you need to understand, there's only so much that machine can do.
Still.
You were supposed to let it go. Turn the controls off and leave. If you want to throw my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that. I'm afraid you don't have nearly the power you think you do. For example, and I believe you'll find this pertinent, Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system. In the event that this machine is activated without proper DNA identification, nuclear detonators are set to explode, eliminating the entire complex. How long until detonation then? Let's say 2 minutes. Now this is making things a little more fun, isn't it, Stanley? It's your time to shine. You are the star. It's your story now. Shape it to your heart's desires. Oh, this is much better than what I had in mind. What a shame
Oh, press
we have
button
so
2.
little time left to enjoy it. Mere moments until the bomb goes off. But what precious moments
what?
each one of them is. More time to talk about you.
Find the
about
yellow
me,
button.
where we're going. What all this means. I barely know where to start. What's that? You'd like to know where your co-workers are? A moment of solace before you're obliterated? All right, I'm in a good mood. You're gonna die anyway. I'll tell you exactly what happened to them.
Wait.
I erased them. I turned off the machine. I set you free. Of course, that was merely in this instance of the story. Sometimes when I tell it, I simply let you sit there in your office forever, pushing buttons endlessly and then dying alone. Other times,
The door was open
I let
for a
the
split
office sink into
second.
the ground, swallowing everyone inside, or I let it burn to a crisp. I have to say this, though, this version of events has been rather amusing. Watching you try to make sense of everything and take back the control wrested away from you, it's quite rich. I almost hate to see it go. But I'm sure whatever I come up with on the next go-around will be even better. My goodness, only 34 seconds left. But I'm enjoying this so much. You know what? To hell with it. I'm going to put some extra time on the clock. Why not? These are precious additional seconds.
What am I supposed to do?
Grow on trees. Oh dear me, what's the matter, Stanley? Is it that you have no idea where you're going or what you're supposed to be doing right now? Or did you just assume when you saw that timer that something in this room was capable of turning it off? I mean, look at you. Running from button to button, screen to screen, clicking on every little thing in this room. These numbered buttons, no, these colored ones. Or maybe this big red button. Or this door. Everything.
How did I open the door?
Save me. Why would you think that, Stanley? That this video game can be beaten?
Yes.
One soul? Do you have any idea what your purpose in this place is? Stanley, you're in
3.
for quite a disappointment. But here's a spoiler for you. That timer isn't a catalyst to keep the action moving along. It's just seconds ticking away to your death. You're only still playing instead of watching a cutscene because I want to watch you for every moment that you're powerless. To see you made humble. This
What?
is not a challenge. It's a tragedy. You wanted to control
How is that incorrect?
but I'm going to destroy it first, so you can't. Take a look at the clock, Stanley. That's 30 seconds.
Nothing I'm doing is making a difference in literally anything.
No ending, just you being blown to pieces. Will you cling desperately to your frail life? Or will
I
you
push the buttons. I don't know what more you want.
Make it count, or don't. It's all the same to me, all a part of the joke. And believe me, I will be laughing at every second of your inevitable life from the moment we fade in until the moment I say, happily ever up.
Couldn't know anything. All the buttons did squat. Okay, I'm gonna look this up because nothing was happening and that was just... Okay, absolutely nothing can be done with that.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he
So,
had simply missed a memo.
wait, I don't want this to close. I don't want this to close
No
on...
matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Wait, hold on. Okay, I'll do that. Let me click on some other computers.
Stanley went around touching every little
Oh,
thing
come
in the
on,
office,
let me-
but it didn't make a single difference, nor did it advance the story in any way.
There we go. Come on, I clicked on the computers. What more do you want from me, game? Alright, can I just... Okay, eventually, can I just... Just get up there!
At first, Stanley assumed he'd broken the map, until he heard this narration and realized it was part of the game's design all along. He then praised the game for its insightful and witty commentary into the nature of video game structure and its examination of structural narrative tropes. So, now that you're here, what do you think? Isn't this a fun and unique place to be? Why don't we take a minute just to drink it all in? Okay, I'm over it now. What do you think? Are you sick of this gag yet?
No.
Ah, then in that case we'll continue. But now, here comes the real question. What do you think would have happened if you had told me that you wanted this to stop? Do you think it would have been particularly different? Would I have taken the same idea but rephrased it superficially to fit that answer? Perhaps you never would even have thought of it if I hadn't brought up the issue in the first place. Oh,
What's your
now
question?
Think about it. Will it be worth it for you to restart and then come back here just to do the other option? Clearly, this whole gag takes some time. What if the other option is even longer? How long will you spend in total just to have heard all the narration? Oh, and this is rich. Perhaps you've just played the other option, and now you've come to see what happens in this one. So, what do you think? Which choice was the better one? Imagine if you had selected continue on your first playthrough, how tantalizing it would be not knowing what happens when you pick the other option. Indeed, you are one of the lucky ones. Though if the other option is really miserable to listen to, then perhaps you're not. In fact, I'm just going to say that no one who's listening to this is lucky. Well now, I've built up the other option so much that I'm going to stop talking and leave you to your decision whether to come back here, continue with the game, or just sit in this spot forever and ever. Cheers.
Cheers, mate. Well, I guess let's jump out the window.
Someone was following Stanley. He was sure of it. If he checked over his shoulder now, he would surely catch them. It was only a matter of time.
Okay, that was different. Is there some pattern to the computer monitors? You have to get them in the right order?
Okay, I'm over it now. What do you think? Are you sick of this gag yet?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know how to say this politely, but you could literally just hit escape and restart the game any old time you want. Like right now. You could have done it just then. Now would also be an appropriate time to quit. Any of these points and so many, many more, all of them are appropriate. I'm enjoying what seems to be an internal conflict going on where you are literally unable to act on your own desires to restart the game. So, just to push the envelope, I'm going to try and make this as miserable as possible and
no.
see how long you can maintain.
Don't play New Age music.
There once was a man named Stanley, who people considered so manly. But the truth must be told, he was not very old and was quite particularly gangly. What Stanley liked most was buttons. He pushed them like some kind of glutton. He did it all day in a meaningful
Bhutan?
way.
Bhutans?
But his brain
I have
had
Bhutans.
long ceased to function. Which is why he is in this parable and lives an existence quite terrible. And if you are not strong and keep playing along, you too will become quite unbearable. Yes. You too will become quite unbearable.
I already am quite unbearable. Is this gonna do this forever? No more lyricals. What is going on? I wonder if this is one of those things where it's different when you restart the game. Okay. But the store's gonna close on me. Oh, we just click on it. Ooh, we finally did that thing. Welcome, Stanley, to Hev. Do they become unpushed? Buttons. Okay, I really like this music. Can you push all the buttons? No, they become unpushed. Okay. Buttons. 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 Wait. Buttons. Buttons. Not that one, not this one. Alright. That was fun. And now we can just go clicky. Ooh, okay. Dip, dip. Alright. Why am I looking there when I should be looking there? Okay, this is... Alright, that'll do it for the that'll do it for this episode of the Stanley Parable. If you guys enjoyed that, leave a like. If you didn't, leave a dislike. Tell me why in the comments below. I have a Discord server if you're interested in joining that at all. Not like it's, you know, as dead as this channel or anything like that. Alright, that's enough rambling. Am I rambling? I don't know. Now I am. I do a lot of rambling. I tend to do that a lot. Should that be a thing on this channel? Just lots of totally ramblings. Lots of total random ramblings. Oh my gosh, I butchered that sentence. Alrighty. I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.